Welcome back to another video, my brothers. Today's video is titled 7 Things I Would Tell My 18-year-old Self. Young Ali, young Simba. Before I get into the video, make sure you smash that like button down below, and if you're new here, consider subscribing. Watch until the end, fellas. Let's get straight into it. Point number 1, time is your friend, not your enemy. Now is the time to take massive action. Now is the time to take risks. You probably still live with mum and dad. They pay for the rent, they pay for the utilities, they pay for the groceries. So you've got shelter, you've got food and water. Brilliant. You probably don't have any kids, or at least I hope you don't. So there's no one that you're responsible for. And number 3, you're probably not in any serious financial debt. So there's nothing truly weighing you down. Now is the time to fucking run. You don't want to be that guy who's 35, who looks back at his 20s with regret. I wish I fucking took life more seriously back then. There will be time to party. There will be time to have fun. And you know what? Have fun along the way. Don't delay your fun for a future date. But I want you to focus in your 20s. Okay? Don't piss it down a fucking drain. Number 2, women will only settle with who they perceive as their best option. It's called hypergamy. It's an innate desire to be with the most competent male. Don't be mad at women for that. They're just wanting what's best for them because they see it from the perspective of raising a family as well. Is this man going to provide safety, security, even when we have kids? They're not just thinking about now, right? They're thinking about the future as well. So instead of complaining and being upset about that, be her best fucking option and do it for you first of all. You know, I want you to live a life that you are truly proud of. I want you to go to sleep looking forward to the next day, not dreading it. And when you do that, women will gravitate towards you and they won't feel the need to leave you. And if they do, it is what it is. That's just life. Some will go and some will stay. That's just how it is. Okay? Number 3, the only true failure is quitting. Making mistakes, you're supposed to. That's the only way you learn. By tripping down, getting back up, brushing yourself off, going again. And a great example of that is when you get into martial arts, for example, or boxing. Okay? You know, you're going to be shit in the beginning. You're going to be hit a lot. For example, if you're boxing, your guard is probably crap in the beginning. You're getting punched a lot. Eventually, you learn how to defend yourself. Okay? So, you know, making mistakes, that's okay. The only true failure in my books is quitting on yourself. That's the only true failure. Okay? Number 4, don't neglect your health in the pursuit of wealth. You only get one body. That's it. Don't be that guy who eats shit, eats fucking Doritos every day, drinks 4 or 5 cans of Red Bull. You're digging yourself an early grave if you do that. You're wasting your 20s, which is a time where your body is probably at its healthiest. I know as men we don't peak really up until our late 20s, early 30s. Okay, I know it's a subject many people have disagreements on. But, you know, your 20s are prime time. You don't want to be a fat fucker in your 20s. Take care of your health, man. Since you have all this energy, hit the gym, lift heavy shit 3 to 5 times a week. If you can't afford a gym membership, go for a fucking run, do push-ups. Okay? There's never an excuse. And don't be that guy who says, nah, man, I'm grinding, man. You know, I don't have time to do this, do that. I just want to eat something quick. Because you don't want to be that guy who eventually gets the money but is a fat bastard. Huge belly, fat fucking face. You don't want to be that guy. You want to look good when you have the money. And you can get it all. Why not? You can get the body you want. You can get the money you want. You can get all of it. It will take time, but you can. It doesn't have to come at the expense of the other. Okay? Number 5, sleep is very important. I used to be one of those guys when I was 18 who thought that sleep is for the broke and shit like that. All those corny Instagram quotes that I used to fucking consume. Okay? I'll sleep when I'm dead. Fucking almost died. Sleeping 3 hours a day. You're not your most optimum self when you're lacking sleep either. You can't focus, you're drifting off constantly. I was driving at 18 on 3 hours sleep on a regular basis because I convinced myself I need to sleep less to win. No, stupid. Get your 8 hours of sleep. Tell me whether or not you can get fucking hard, your dick hard, off of 2 hours of sleep, 3 hours of sleep. It even affects your fucking libido. Everything suffers. So get your sleep, man. Sleep is very fucking important, especially for the heart. I used to have chest pains when I didn't get enough sleep. It's scary, man. Okay, so don't be that guy who says, I don't need a lot of sleep. My body functions. Bullshit. You need your sleep. I'm not saying sleep 14 hours, but get your 7 to 8 hours on a consistent basis, okay? Number 6, first impressions last. People will always reflect on the first time they met you. How did you look? Are you well groomed? Do you have a hairstyle that suits your face? Do you trim your nails? People will pay attention. Especially, let's say you're signing a document in front of someone. That person is probably going to look at your hands, and if you have fucking claws with dirt underneath them, what are they going to think? What in the fucking Wolverine? Okay, so cut your nails. Smell good. That's a fucking key. Not only do you want to look good, you want to smell good. So when you leave the situation, a breeze of fucking beautiful fragrance spreads in the room. And they're like, oh yeah, Ali was here. Oh yeah, Jack was here. Mohammed was here. Okay, people know you were here because of your smell. You become notorious for that. You become known for that. I take my fragrance game extremely seriously. And I know when you're 18, you probably don't have much money. I'm not saying spend $500 on a fragrance, but if you've been working, spend $80, £80. Dolce & Gabbana The One, I think you can get that for £65. Great fragrance. Dior Sauvage, I know it's a popular one. It's a very good fragrance. $70, $80. Okay, there's loads of great fragrances, and I'll make some more videos on fragrances. In fact, I might do one tomorrow, actually. Okay, we'll see. But take your first impression very seriously. It could be the make or break between you, for example, attracting a girl or attracting a job, for example. Okay, if you go to an interview and you dress like shit, you probably ain't gonna get the job because there's another guy who probably is a lot sharper than you, who took time in the morning to shower and spray some fragrance and put on a nice suit. Meanwhile, you rushed it, you walked in with a fucking baggy suit. Take the time to dress well. Okay, and finally, number 7, remember this, fellas. No one is coming to save you. You're on your own. And I know that sounds scary, but it's a truly liberating feeling. You have to be willing to participate in your own rescue. I remember a time in my late teens, early 20s where I was so broke, man. I didn't have 2 nickels to rub together. And in that moment, no one was able to help me. And I realized that, you know what? I need to get myself out of this mess. People don't give a fuck about your problems, man. I know it's sad to say this, but they don't. Throwing a pity party ain't gonna help. You are the only man that can get himself out of the situation he's in. Your life can transform if you're serious about yourself. And this is where, self-respect comes into the equation. If you respect yourself, you'll turn your life around. If you don't respect yourself, you'll continue being a fat fuck with man tits, drinking Red Bulls every day, wanking, jacking off all over himself. However, if you respect yourself, you'll get up and do the hard work. Alright, so hopefully these 7 tips have helped you, fellas. If they have, you know what to do. Smash that like button down below. Share with a friend as well. If you've got a friend who's 18, 19, 20, share this with them. I hope this helps. See you in the next one. Peace, fellas.